All right, what's going on, YouTube? Welcome to the Jim of All Trades channel. Glad you made it by. My name's Jim. I'm a crypto trader and a forex trader here to help you understand the market from an Elliott Wave perspective. All right, guys, just want to give you an update from yesterday's video because we had a pump that kind of pumped and retested the high of the last wave, and I got a lot of comments in the video. Hey, do we need to reconsider? Is your count invalid? And others, just lots of different little comments. And I really appreciate those comments. Thank you so much for sharing your ideas. Love to bat around ideas. At the end of the day, I'm not a know-it-all. I don't know everything there is to know, and I can be wrong, right? So just know that, and I love to share ideas, and no idea is a bad idea until we invalidate it with truth. Right, and if we're going to apply Elliott Wave theory, we need to apply it correctly. Now, I am a little loose sometimes in this market because of the nature of the shenanigans and the modern markets that Elliott never studied, and so I do have a little bit of a different take on the applicability of Elliott in these markets, especially when we get random waves sometimes that just come out of nowhere that you count it as 5 or you count it as 3, and then the market just invalidates that count, yet there's no other way to count it. So that happens quite a bit, and I call it an is what it is wave. You just move on and you keep rocking. But with that said, let's just look at is my count from yesterday's video invalid. Let me first say that what was the count? What was the idea, at least, the trade idea? Well, the trade idea was this, that we have an ABC right here, okay? A, B, and C. Now, I don't know if I got a comment yesterday about that count as far as whether it's valid or invalid. Here's how I'm counting it here. I've got some kind of a 5-wave move right in here. I think you can count those and see right there whether it's a leading diag or it's probably not a diag, but there's 5 waves right there. Okay, then we're gonna do A, B, C right there. There's your that's A. Then you're gonna get B right here, 3 waves, boom, and then we've got a 5-wave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that structure right there is an ABC. Okay, so I think we can all agree upon the simplicity of that count right there. Okay, now, sorry about that. Okay, so let me just get rid of that stuff there. Just make it clean. Get rid of this over here. Hey, there you go. All right, so now, how do you count this wave, right? Well, it's a deep 4. It's a deep 4, okay? But I've got a 1, 2, okay? This is all this is 3, okay? That's 4, and this is 5 waves for 5. That's the way I'm counting it for now. And it works. The 4 doesn't overlap the 1. Okay, it comes down deep. There's no doubt about it. But that it is what it is, right? So that's the way I'm counting. It's the way I'm interpreting it. One might argue that that's an improper interpretation, and I'll argue that it might be. It might be, but for now, it's a way I'm looking at it. Okay. Now, what's difficult here is the fact that this wave right here broke this high. This was looking kind of 5-wave-ish to me. Hard to understand it, but I concluded yesterday that it was 3 waves. Okay, that was 3 waves. So that was my conclusion, and then so what's going on right here? Well, let's zoom in on that because this is what I'm thinking here. Again, just trying to help you guys understand why I have the ideas I have. Guys, I'm not bullish or bearish at all. I'm as neutral as can be. I just go where the wave structures tell me. Okay. Wherever the wave structures are pointing me, I trade that direction. And if it's wrong at the end of the day, it's wrong at the end of the day, right? But that's kind of the way I operate. So I know some of you accuse me of being bearish, Jim. No, not really. I'm just trying to see where the waves are taking us. So we're going to call that an ABC. It's ugly as crap. it's really bad. I don't like it at all. All right, so what ensues after this at the bottom of this wave? Yeah, sorry, I was just looking at something. I've got a couple accounts here, but you know, this could be 3 waves right here, A, B, C to there. Okay. Now this is an alternate count of mine where I'm going to call this a flat right in there. That's your A wave. Now here's a really ugly flat. Really ugly flat. We got a 3, little dinky 3 there, a big 3 there, and we're going to call that 5 there. So that's your B wave. Okay, that's your B wave. And looking for C. Looking for C. So we're looking for 5 waves in C. Looks pretty good right here as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and there's C. So now what you've got here, what that whole structure forms as a potential is an A, B, C. Okay, now what? Now what? Either way. Well, I say I haven't shown you the other count, but what that's doing is creating a 3-wave to the downside, a larger 3-wave to the upside, and now I'm looking for 5. I'm looking for 5 because we broke the high, so this would be an expanded flat. Okay, where A wave is 3 waves, the B wave is 3 waves as well. It's a expanded flats are 3, 3, 5, where the B wave breaks the high of A. Sorry. Okay, so now we're looking for 5 to have a 3, 3, 5, and so this starts out with a 5-wave move. All right, now I'm looking for 3 back, but we got this steep little wave. But I'm going to show you here in just a second that it's actually 3 waves the way it is. We could be coming down now, so it's actually looking okay. Now, one might argue that this flat, this complex flat that I just drew right there is not it. So I grant that because it's a convoluted count, but it works, okay? And it makes sense of all the waves. It actually makes better sense of all the waves than any other count that I have. However, just to simplify things, let's throw the C right here, okay? Throw the C wave right there. And then we could go, you know, maybe W, X, and Y. And instead of this being 5 waves, we could call it 3 waves, okay? Which I think is arguable. I think you could argue that case. Again, these waves are super hard, and I'm sharing some different ideas about how to handle them, okay? But we're going to call this 3 waves there. We're going to call this 3. In fact, in Ethereum, that wave right there was 3. Clearly, this one kind of resembles a 5-wave move, but you can argue that it's A, B, and then you got a 1, 2 right there. 3, 4, 5, and that's an ABC. That's extended. It's longer than normal, but you know, you can argue that's a 3-wave, and I'm like, okay, that's fine. I wouldn't mess with anybody that wanted to call that 3 waves. I wouldn't argue with somebody that wanted to call that 5, except that if you call that 5, you've got to have a reason for it. You've got to be able to account for the fact that it is 5 waves. Okay. So if it's 5 waves, it's either beginning something or ending something, right? So in this case, my convoluted count answers that problem. Okay, it answers that problem right there. You got ABC here, and then we're going to call this right here A. Oh, come on, Jim. There we go. A, there's B, and then there's 5 waves of C. And that's an expanded flat. It's pretty extended, but it's not out of the rules, and because it comes to the 1618 extension here, I believe, of A. So retrace extension. So it's really okay. It's in the expanded pocket. We're doing okay. So that could be the way to look at it. And then you more naturally want to see this as 5 waves the way it's shaped. But you know, you could call that 3 as well. So either way, guys, whether you call that a WXY or an ABC in the middle, I see in this shape here is 3 waves that broke the top. So I got 3 waves down, I got 3 waves up, regardless of how you count the internal wave count. Okay, now I'm looking for 5 down. Let's zoom in on that just a little bit here. This initial wave is very clearly, from what I can tell, we got a 1, 2, okay, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 waves. I mean, the best I can tell, that's 5 waves all day long in my book. All right. So that means I've got a really good impulse wave off the top. It's not part of an expanded flat. It's not, you know, it's not part of a flat or anything. It's not ending. It's beginning something. It's a pivot point off a key location. Okay, so this is my beginning of C, is what I'm saying. Now I'm looking for 3 waves. Normally speaking, the 3-wave pullback is going to take a lot more time, but actually yesterday they just pumped it, right? And we're going to call this our B wave right there. We got an A, we got a B, we got a C. That could be our 3 waves right there. Now I'm not here to say it definitively is, but the count is still valid. It's still hanging on. Okay, so we got a 5 waves to the upside. We got a little 3-wave connecting wave, and we got another 5 waves to the upside. We did not break the top, which is that's the only thing. As soon as this top gets broken, this count gets invalidated. Okay, now they could go break the top and still come down because the market gets. See, there's no rules here. The market doesn't follow Elliott wave rules. The market doesn't say, "Oh no, can't go up because Elliott won't let us." Elliott wave is simply a tool in our bag that lets us to consistently evaluate probabilities of where price might be going based on wave structures. But listen, this could be a failed wave, guys, where that is 5 waves. You can't count it any differently. That's not 3 waves. It's 5 waves. But if you wanted to, one might argue it's 3 waves, and I guess let's get real creative here. Let's call this our connecting wave, and let's say we got ABC and then ABC. Okay, so you might argue that that's a WXY. I have a hard time with that personally. It looks more naturally a 5-wave move, but if they go up and break the high, it is what it is. For me, that's what it is. They go up and they break that high, it is what it is. And that's the way I look at it. So could we come down from here? Absolutely. This could be a 1-2, but the beauty of this trade is that it is, guys, we're short from the top. I'm short from the top right in this range right here, okay? I got all my sell orders right up there, okay? Because I got a 3-wave shape. I've got what I was looking for. And the beauty of this is my stop is right up here, okay? The free money, there you go, market makers, free money. Go, come and get it. But it is what it is, right? I'm not willing to risk any more money than that. My trade setup has this going down, and it's a great risk to reward, and that's a 3-wave move. That didn't break the top. It's not invalid yet, but if this goes up today and breaks the top, then I'm not going to like this trade, and I'm going to cut out of it, and I will have lost that much money with a small position size. Guys, I always start out with small position sizes. I fire very small bullets, less than 5% of my account. And we don't risk a whole lot of money because we know what this market does. We have a philosophy of proper position sizing, proper risk management, and we win a lot of trades. But every now and then, we're even 30% of the time we lose the trades. The idea doesn't play out, but that's okay, right? That's okay because there's always another trade. And we're not losing our shirts. There's 5 outcomes to a trade, guys. There's a big win, there's a little win, there's a break even, there's a little loss, and a big loss. Those are the 5 outcomes to a trade, and we need to get the big losses out of there, and you need to learn to do that. And I'm just simply sharing my current trade ideas for you. They may be wrong, and you may not like it, so don't trade it. Definitely don't trade what you don't like. For me, I can't see anything different right now. The market may create something, and I'm like, oh, yeah, I got to turn my head sideways and look at it a different way. It's like, oh, there it is. There's the count. And I'll see the count as it presents itself. If there's a bullish count, I'm not seeing it right now, right? So that's what I'm sharing with you. So we're not invalid, but, I am cautious here in this area saying, hey, this could go up. It feels like it's going to go up. But, guys, how many times has it felt like it's going to go up? And that was intentional by the market makers to shake you out. And then boom, they just bring it on down. So we'll see what happens this weekend, guys. I don't know what's going to happen. We might get some. We might already have the 1 wave in, and now we're going to get some kind of a complex correction here over the weekend, over today and tomorrow, or something before we start moving, which then could start going down. And we might get a 1-2, 1-2 to the downside or something. And all of this just takes so much time out of the market. Sideways action just to create all that wave structure, and then boom, we go down. So be careful, guys. Be careful. So the way the trade idea is still in play yesterday. We have an ABC right here. Boom, boom, boom. The invalidation to this count is very simple. A break of this high is invalidated, and this idea does not play. Okay, there you go. So what's got me bothered here, just in general here, what's got me bothered is Ethereum in particular. Ethereum's just pumping in a little bit of a different way than Bitcoin is. And the wave structure is just simply unrecognizable once we get right here. Once we get right here, guys, that just, to me, is just trash. Okay, because here's why. Here's why I think that. At least trash from an Elliott standpoint. This to me was looking like an ending diag. Okay, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, and that was done. And that was our fifth wave, and it was finished, done. Then we got this little move here, this 3-wave move. That was that one I said you could count as 5 on Bitcoin, and I wouldn't argue with you. Well, it's 3 here in Ethereum. Pretty with that wick. I don't know if this is the only chart that has that wick. Yeah, it is the only chart. So yeah, but still, you can count it as 5. I got A, B, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, C. So I'm okay with that. But anyway, you got this little wave here. It seems out of nowhere, and you're like, okay, what is that? What is that? The only thing I can do with that, I suppose, that makes any sense to me is I got a running flat right here in the middle, A, B, and that's a 5-wave C. There's a running flat. And if that's a running flat, then okay, then there you go. But still, what do we got here? Is this an impulse here, or we put the? I guess we call that. So then, yeah, then we got a 1, 2, but really, is that a 1, 2, or is that an AB? Is that a 2-wave? Just generally doesn't look like this. I mean, wave 2, especially where we are in the count, not that big. That big of a structure just isn't normal. So I'll be honest with you, I'm really struggling with what Ethereum is doing. I know it's pumping because of what's happening in next month. I get it, but from an Elliott wave standpoint, I'm having a hard time with this wave. We really had a very nice structure right here, A, B, and a C finished right there, and I was willing to say, yeah, okay, we had a little bit of an extended fifth right there, and it still looked pretty finished, pretty done. But the fact that this went down in what looked like 5 waves, and then it just broke the high with another impulse. This is what I usually call a +1, where you got a nice Elliott count, and then they just +1 you. They give you one more wave that screws you out of it, and it just makes you think, maybe I'm all wrong, and we're going to keep going up, and they end up bringing it down from there. It's just a +1 wave, okay? Now, I'm not saying they're coming down forever. I'm just looking for, maybe a 3-wave correction, maybe a deeper wave, maybe 5. This one, ETH doesn't have the same count that Bitcoin has. Bitcoin, I'm looking for, a 5-wave move to the downside, but we could get just like a 3-wave move back down, and then we go to higher highs at the 1st of September. So we have a bit of a correction right now, and then we have higher highs. And it gives cheaper price to pump before September. This is the big September day that's coming. So that's kind of what I'm looking for overall in the market. At least that's my idea, that this is going to be 3, 3, 5. Now, what I'll tell you, Ethereum looks more like a diagonal than Bitcoin does, but the internal wave count just doesn't make any sense to me. Okay. Now, if I put it on line chart, I can come up with maybe. Just maybe a 1, 2. This is 3 right there. That's 4, and this is 5, and I got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right in there. Not a fan of that count at all, to be honest with you. Not a fan, but I don't know what else to do with it. So I just need more data there in ETH. ETH may continue pumping up. We've got order blocks. We've got order blocks up in here, but we're meeting some resistance. Are they going to come and take this little area out? They're going to reject off of it back down in 3 waves, like I'm thinking they might. I don't know. We do have some bearish divergence here in the 4-hour. You'll see right here. Boom, boom. So I do have a 5-wave count potentially here. So, you know, we might come back down for 3 and then continue later, right? So we'll see what happens, guys. But just wanted to give you an update. Just talk about, you know, how we approach waves and you know what we're doing here on my channel in particular. You know, so you understand that you know, I just want you to know the limitations of Elliott wave, guys, and the limitations of anybody offering their opinions or their interpretations of waves. I'm just here showing you what I'm seeing and then making conclusions using Elliott wave rules. But at the end of the day, we alter those opinions as the wave gets developed. We say, oh, I see something different now because of that wave. That wave changed the look of the chart. I can turn my head sideways and see something I didn't see, a wave count that I didn't see, a structure that I didn't see. So understand that's the limitation of my videos as well. At any given time, I'm going to share my major thought. I don't have time, and you don't want to watch, you know, hour-long videos where I walk through every wave and I walk through every count there is to have. I show you my favorite counts. At the end of the day, though, they could be wrong, and you need to know the limitation of videos like this. And so that I just want to protect you from having too much confidence. You may love my videos, you may love my ideas, but I don't want you to love them too much. I don't want you to love them too much, because you have to be willing to, you might like it enough to trade it, but you have to be willing to trade it with good risk management, and you got to be skeptical of my ideas enough to be able to cut it if it doesn't play out the way you expect. Okay, so if you want to learn about this stuff and just become you know, more adept with Elliott wave, that's what my Discord's all about, as well as I share my trades and my setups and whatnot. So I get 2 live streams every day, and I've got a whole educational resource available for you to learn this stuff. I do have a free playlist if you're not interested in the Discord, but you want to learn more. I did an old about 2 or 3 years ago trading night school where I taught people Elliott wave and how to trade. You know, and that's free, and you can learn a lot there. But I would probably go back if I were to redo it and offer more information and different information. Nothing I said was wrong, but I would offer more and newer stuff. So with that said, you know, I'm 3 years more experienced than when I made those videos. So, all right, but I offer them to you. They're in the playlist on my channel. Go check it out. Trading Night School with Jim. So, all right, you guys have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow night during Sunday night charts. We'll talk at you later. Hey, leave a comment, guys. I'd love to hear your comments. Let me know what your counts and what's your bias. What are your thoughts? Leave a link to your chart, and I'll check it out. All right, later. Bye-bye.